Hello and welcome to the War Report. I am your host, Cyrus, not joined by Quan. I am joined by a very special guest this week. I kind of said last week I was going to have on the show, but we got A plus host of Recut Gems. You work in radio, but I forgot what your actual position was. I think it's not a director associate, right? No.
He is operations manager out here
Oh,
in
okay,
Cleveland.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Cyrus, my brother. What's the deal, man?
I'm so glad to have you on. This is the first time I think we ever recorded with each other,
Yeah.
but this my nigga, dog.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Nah, man, we've kicked it, you know what I'm saying, a couple times and definitely all the time in Discord. So
Yeah.
my dog all day and tomorrow, man. This is gonna be fun talking about some of the good stuff we watched and some of the shit we have consumed over the last few days.
And y'all know how these shows get when Quan not here. AEW about to get put through the ringer, and honestly, I think rightfully so. I don't think this episode was particularly any good, but yeah, man, I'm here with A plus. How you feeling? How's everything? Just to start.
Everything is good, man. I'm preparing for our summer concert out here that we have every year in Cleveland. So, getting that together has been cool. And it's just, other than that, business as usual, man. So I can't complain.
All right. You can listen to Recut Gems at the Black Print. Patreon.com/. I don't know the Black Print thing, but it'll get linked. So yeah, that's about it. Let's get into some of the funny news that we got going on. AEW has set a sort of banned list, or a you got to check in with me
before you with me list.
Yeah, the check-in list.
Billy Gunn rubbing his hands together like, finally around here some damn water.
Yeah, I honestly think that this list is, I thought it was funny to do this before Blood and Guts, because Blood and Guts is normally where there's no rules at all. This is where they bleed the most. To me, some of the matches are like, I feel like super sloppy. It was so sloppy last year. This year, not so much. I'll say that at least. So just to start out with some of the banned content here that was reported by Fightful. Right. Major changes coming to All Elite Wrestling's in-ring product very soon. Protocols developed by the medical staff, coaches, and referees to protect the crew and staff and fans. About damn time.
Right. About time. Because then they have a disclaimer for once, like on the screen saying, hey, if you get fucked up in the first couple rows, not our fault.
Yeah, that was that was like 4 or 5 months ago.
Right. I was like, what?
Yeah, and to me, I'm just like, I get it. Right. Whatever happens. Especially like at front row at a wrestling show. Like, what is it? I remember I went to an MLW show.
Mm-hmm.
I forget. I think it was Pentagon Jr. actually. He doesn't bump into any fan in the crowd, but he does a tope. Person moves. Cameraman. No, it was a photographer right behind him.
Ate it.
Bang. Loud as shit. Dude was stunned. Dude really sold the fuck out of it. And then when they went to intermission, everybody was going around them just like, hey man, you okay? He was like, yeah man, I'm good. I was just like, dog. Big ass motherfucker, full speed, clashed into a metal barricade. I was like, god damn, bro. Take that shit like a boss.
Man.
Yeah. But some of the stuff that are that seems to be largely like actually banned. Some of the other stuff I would say limited. So the Brian seizure selling that kind of had people tight at Forbidden Door. That is something that is, quote unquote, not going to be done.
That should be banned. There's no reason for that, to be honest. Because you're trying to work, especially in AEW, you're trying to work over some of the smartest fans in wrestling, and knowing, of course, the concussion and history of Brian Danielson, excuse me. That's not good, man. You don't want to play off of that, especially like I said with smart fans.
Yeah, and I remember just last year, well, when Kyle O'Reilly also did like, some sort of like seizure like selling, and somebody tweeted, "Hey man, Kyle O'Reilly had a seizure. They wheeling him off," and it was big cap. But I was just like, not the smartest fans, but
Right. Well,
but like
see, they get reeled into that because they think it's a shoot.
Yeah, but like I don't necessarily think that's like something that needs to be done. Like, just laying down, motionless, or trying to crawl. I think that's good enough for a lot of the people. Personally, the seizure selling doesn't really bother me too much, but I understand other people being like, yo, this is like, not cool. This could be triggering, all sorts of stuff. Like, if it bothers them, I'm cool with it. They don't want it, then I'm cool with it. You feel me? I'm not going to advocate it for anything like that. I don't really think it's necessary, especially for somebody like Brian Danielson. Like you're not the only person in the world that had a concussion. You feel me? Like I don't really feel like you get to like fuck around with that.
Right. Like hey, I've been through it, so I have full realm to do whatever I want to do. Like, nah, it's not cool. It's not cool.
Yeah. So now we're getting to the list of things that have to be approved by coaches. Spots and bumps on the ring apron on the outside. We saw a lot of that tonight.
A lot. First match.
Table ladder spots in and out the ring, only allowed with padding. We saw that later tonight.
Mm-hmm.
In the main event. Elevated spots outside of the barricades. Diving and ladder spots on stage, around the arena, and other places outside of the ring. We didn't see anything like that. So unless somebody goddamn did just a power bomb or a brain buster off the fucking cage, that would have been fire. But that didn't happen.
It's so funny because Blood and Guts, of course, started out as like a meta ass reference to Vince McMahon's throwaway comment on a press, fucking conference call. Now, since there's such a fucking meta company, shouldn't it be called like AEW Dynamite Break the Law or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like
3-6 Mafia reference, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Is that a better name for what's going on now since they want to be real meta about shit? But I digress.
AEW Break the Law would have been fucking fire. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. If they bring back ECW, bro, I need that pay-per-view. Break the Law 2027, man.
Right.
Next we got pile driver tombstone variants that include sit down drivers, inverted poison ranas, inverter breakers. We didn't see all of that, but we definitely saw the Canadian Destroyer from Adam Cole earlier on the show. I don't think John Moxley did his gut style pile driver.
It was a pile driver. No, there was a pile driver in the Blood and Guts match. It was hashtag approved. It was hashtag approved.
We got high risk dives and top rope moves. That is gonna get broken every show. Like, well, not like broken, but it was just like, why is that even something that needs to get approved when 90% of your roster does that?
Yeah, that's kind of like when Bill Watts like took away top rope moves or something like that in WCW in the 90s. Like, especially now, like in this company, like you said, the majority of the roster are high spot artists. Why would you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't really understand. Throwing people into, through, over ring steps, commentary table, bell table, guardrails. We saw that in the 2 minutes into the show.
Right, I was going to say, did that happen in the first match?
Yes. What is it? Hook throws Jungle Boy out to the ring and out to the crowd, brawling, and then clotheslined him in.
AEW Dynamite Break the Law, man.
I'm telling you, just fuck the rules, bro. Weapon usage, chairs, pipes, candlesticks, hammers, everything, title belts that needs to be approved. I don't really understand why.
That's comedy.
Yeah, right. I don't really understand why. Thumbtacks, skewers, barbed wire, sharp puncturing objects, powders, Lysol sprays, liquids. Dog, we saw We saw a lot of that tonight.
Right.
The only thing that's not on here is a bed of nails. Like that's what they forgot.
Moxley said, I didn't have that one.
Yeah. Choking, strangling with hands or weapons or hanging spots. Literally, that's how they finished.
It wasn't the finish.
Physicality with the crowd brawling. That was in the first match. And then physicality involving referees, managers, extras. I understand that one.
Yeah.
If a ref doesn't want to take a ref bump, they don't have to.
Yeah, maybe they're not medically cleared to do so, or just cause.
Okay.
Managers too. I mean, after what we saw with Don Callis out there in Mexico,
Oh yeah.
managers are on the list.
My thing about this whole thing is I thought this list was very funny because, this is 90% of what you put on TV.
Right.
I don't necessarily understand why some of this has to get some of them have to get approved or anything like that. Also, who gonna if I'm an AEW wrestler, who gonna check me?
That's always been the problem with this promotion. Is like, Tony says, hey, if you get into it with your coworker, I'm not going to fire you. The worker goes, great. I'm going to show up to TV and knock that motherfucker out.
Yeah,
they'll get paid. I mean, there's no type of respect for or even maybe let's just say fear of anything happening in this company. So I will say this, maybe getting spots approved should be a good thing. It should have already been happening. It should just be a reinforcement deal, because you don't want to have the same spot repeated throughout the show. So, you should have to have some type of wherewithal, maybe the producers are a go-between for each match to know hey, they're doing this spot later, don't do this or whatever. So, but once again, that shit should be happening anyway. That shouldn't even be something to bring out.
And when I'm thinking of some of the high spots that people want to do, I'm thinking that would have to get approved. I'm thinking about last year's Blood and Guts where Eddie Kingston threw Sammy Guevara. That's something that you might want to get approved with somebody.
Right.
What is it? And what is it? Another the first Blood and Guts, I believe, where Chris Jericho, he goes through the stage. You want to get stuff like that approved. I don't think somebody just wanted to do a 630 just off the top rope needs to really get approved. That's my finisher. Why do I have to check in with you?
This is what we want to know, what's going to take place. Okay. We want to know if you're going to use this big spot. But once again, if this is your finisher, then you can expect it to happen, sir.
Yeah. Why do I have to check in with you? And another thing is just what is the punishment of somebody doing stuff that's not approved?
I'd love to know. I really would love to know.
And my thing is that this thing has to be super selective. You find a motherfucker, okay. Are you gonna keep finding them? Because there has to be an escalation of punishment if you keep fucking with me. You feel me?
I got Pac doing something and he can get fined, but you telling me if Mox does something he's gonna get fined?
Yeah, and then he's just gonna do it again and again and again, and it's just everybody keeps talking about AEW needs this person, needs that person, and then you have these people at the top at Dynamite. Do you see a Tony Khan suspending a Moxley for a week?
I don't. Especially when he needs the numbers, and he feels like Moxley is one of his biggest draws. I don't see it. I don't.
Yeah, a lot of these wrestlers that do a lot of the stuff that quote unquote needs to get approved, they have that leverage. Motherfucker, you need me on the show. You're not about to fine me or suspend me, bro.
And who does the EVP talk to? You know what I mean? Who does Matt talk to?
Yeah, who's Kenny checking in with now that he got a Bushi and they're about to do some crazy shit together?
I mean, on the heels of the most talked about spot in quite some time in the match, that Tiger Driver 91. I mean, can he check in with somebody before that? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm very curious of who checks in with who. If you heard my if you heard me on Spot Callers with Justin talking about Wrestling with Shadows, the Bret Hart documentary, I was very curious of who AEW producers are. And honestly, D. Malenko tell me I can't do no shit. Blow me, nigga.
Oh, you ain't listen to the Iceman, Dean Malenko.
I'm
You
not.
listen
I'm not.
to the
Hey
man of
man,
1,000 holds. No.
If Sammy Guevara not listening to you, I'm not.
Yo,
I'm not
Sammy
checking
Guevara
in with you,
definitely saying,
bro.
yo, fuck that, man.
Like, I'm just really confused about the whole situation. And then another thing that I wanted to mention was why? Why do you really want to? Why are you enforcing this? When is it going to be enforced? Because the report says, soon. I'm
Coming
curious. I'm
soon,
curious.
rules to AEW.
Yeah, I'm curious when that's gonna be in effect. I'm very curious what you know sparked this sort of like thing that they wanted to do. Um, who checks in with who?
Right, right. I mean, how's the clergy system built up? Like, who's the lieutenant? Is it? I mean, you got Pat Buck back there. You got Billy Gunn. I wonder is Arn a producer? I mean, for real, Arn. You should respect Arn. Like, Arn was John Cena's like lead agent for
Yeah,
years, man. Why would you not? And he's just Arn fucking Anderson. Why wouldn't you listen to Arn Anderson?
I mean, I said I'm not listening to Dave Malingo, but like, there's a lot of people on that aid like that's in that producer thing that is like, why wouldn't you listen to what they have to say? Like we've heard Billy Gunn in the past being like, nobody's really asking me for advice or taking my brain or anything like that. And to me, that is like, that's shit that you want to do. Like you have a Jerry Lynn, Billy Gunn, Arn Anderson, Dean Malenko, like I'm
Right.
pretty sure these are motherfuckers like,
Isn't Jake
not
is Jake a producer for AEW, or is he just like the big homie backstage? Like,
I feel I really feel like he's just a big homie. But like, not to downplay anything that the guys that I just listed has done in the past, but like I'm pretty sure those are like, your Dave Malenko's, Jerry Lynn's, Arn Anderson, like those are the people in AEW backstage that used to like those were the people that you were looking up to.
right,
You weren't really looking at a Ric Flair. You really fucked with Arn Anderson.
right,
You
right.
wasn't looking at whoever. I guess like Chris Jericho would be like Dave Malenko's like contemporary, but like you'd be like, I didn't really fuck with Chris. I liked Dave Malenko. He was more technical, and you're not going over to Talton as well.
It's crazy to me. I can't figure that one out. I mean, even to talk about WWE for a second, you got Tyson Kidd, somebody who wasn't, say somebody who wasn't on top, but always was recognized as an excellent worker. There's people who are listening to Tyson Kidd, whether status or not. Like he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Same with Jason Jordan. Had injuries not played him, he would be that great too. So
super young nigga, and his peers, people he came up with, are listen to him. You know
what I'm saying? So these are just like excuses from the rosters. Like when a Jack Perry is at a conference saying he don't really take advice, so Adam Page is like, we freestyle this shit, man. We made this shit up. You know what I'm saying? This is our shit. Why I need to listen to somebody else? And then you backtrack months later. The funniest shit from Hangman is like, I was waiting for somebody to ask me, do I listen to niggas? And nobody ever asked me. So I do listen to niggas when I like listening to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
why do we have to ask you? You should have just tweeted it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me, man.
But yeah, I'm very curious how this is going to affect the product going forward. And then I really don't really see much of the in-ring changing because who's really going to deny anything?
I think this is the style that people tune in to watch AEW for their main fans. So if they were to, start doing close up in camera in the middle of the matches and start having some dialogue in between, they're gonna throw their shoe at the TV, right, Cyrus? Like they're gonna be mad.
Yeah. Like I know the topic of like a breath of fresh air or whatever is like really kind of like the phrase that is going around with like Collision or whatever. But if AEW starts looking more or moving more like a Raw or SmackDown, we're getting 20-minute segments of talking. I feel like for AEW, let them do a 10-minute of a straight promo. I feel like that would kill the audience because that's not what they're here for.
Big time, right? They're gonna start booing. They're gonna say, "Shut up and wrestle," right? They should.
Yeah.
I mean, even with the vignettes, like with MJF and Cole, like I know we're jumping ahead here, but that's something that you probably play. It plays better on a pre-tape because you're right. In the ring, unless they're quasi shooting on each other, does it really hold their attention?
Yeah. So I really don't know where this is going to lead the AEW product. I feel like things are just going to remain the same.
Right.
Because like I think that wrestling, although it is scripted, but like the in-ring action, like there's a lot of improv in there,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
So
mean, so these are guys who are once again, they're some of them I'm gonna say self-trained, but they are all, they work a certain style. And once again, that's the style that the fans, like them to work. So I don't see how this jobs with the new, directive.
yeah, so excuse me. So we'll really see what happens in the product like going forward. I'm gonna mark it down. We're gonna check back in a month. It's
Right.
like yeah, let's check back in August and see how see if the product is changing at all, because in my opinion it's really not.
Yeah, I would love the 30-day check-in to see how this is moved along.
Yeah. Rumor, slight rumor. Roosh AEW contract is coming to a close, and WWE, the infamous WWE has interest in said wrestler.
Yo, it's like getting knighted, right? When somebody gets that WWE has interest, it's like, oh man.
Yeah. The internet fucking with me.
They fucking with me out here. Oh wow.
Do you have any particular favorite moments with Roosh?
I'm a fairly new viewer of Roosh's matches. The two that stand out to me would be one with Danielson and the other one with Jungle Boy, where he just like mauls
shit out of
both. So I'm gonna have to ask you now, Cyrus, is this like his deal? Does he just like maul motherfuckers? Like what is his whole thing?
To me, in my opinion, I'm not that familiar with Roosh either, but just from the stuff I've been seeing in AEW, to preface, please don't tag me saying, yo, his shit in Mexico, yada yada, this and that.
Okay, right. I'm like, once again, novice, don't really know too much about his I don't have his match guide loaded in my brain. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the mauling motherfuckers, that started with whatever came first, the Danielson or the Jungle
Danielson,
Boy match.
right? Yeah, the Danielson match. Yep.
Yeah, because he wasn't really just out there tearing niggas apart like that before.
Okay.
He was out there. Damn. Yeah, he was out there with Andrade, having matches, trios matches, or tag matches or whatever, kind of just like a jobber. And then that was kind of just his deal. Like, to me, I just felt like he was a better Andrade.
Okay, yeah.
So when he started beating the dog shit out of Jungle Boy, I was kind of hyped. I was like, okay, I'm seeing something.
I was like, okay, yo. I once again was not familiar with his match style, but the two examples I have, I'm like, okay, he's an aggressive jobber.
Yeah, he'll quote unquote make it look good, while burying the fuck out of the Jungle Boy.
No, seriously, I was like, damn, leave something for the pay-per-view. This guy is going for the world title.
Yeah, right. Dog, I would have put him against anybody else, but my favorite moment with Roosh is during the trios tournament when they wanted to crown the inaugural champion.
Mm-hmm.
They just went hard against the Elite. Motherfucker, it is 9:59, probably like 49. The clock is ticking, bruh. Him and Andrade, they turn heel. They turn heel on Dragon Lee, and then they clothesline him and they start beating him up, ripping up his mask and all that.
Damn.
Camera's missing it. We run it out of time. Precious seconds.
I wonder if this is where Paul was at home going, I could do this so much better. Get a number from this Dragon guy.
I'm sure Regal was just like, yeah, we could get him.
Right. And Regal's still inside, right? He's still the mole inside.
Yeah. He's still at AEW, but he hit up Paul. He was like, well, what's good with the Dragon Lee kid? Regal's just like, yeah, we could work something.
He's not on papers.
That is particularly my favorite moment. Honestly, I can't gauge whether or not he's going to be successful in WWE or whatever. The thing that I saw that like really bothered me was I saw somebody say, "Man, the idea of Roosh going to the WWE makes me sick," and I'm just like,
God.
"What the fuck was he doing in AEW?"
Well, I guess he can't aggressively beat people up and have them bleed excessively on a Tuesday night. Because if he's going, that's where he's going. Let's be clear.
Oh yeah, telling him to tone that. Or honestly, he don't have to tone it down for real. Put him in the ring with Dragunov.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Dragunov, probably one of any of the Gallus boys, Dijak, and be like, just beat the shit out of each other. Fuck it.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like I said, minus the blood, they could all work stiff. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's not much of an adjustment for him.
So I'm just like, what bothers you about him going to WWE when he's not prominent in AEW? He doesn't really do anything in AEW. So I'm just like, what makes you happy? Dude? Like, what makes y'all niggas happy, dog?
At some point, Cyrus, it's gonna turn from we hate you guys to you need us to make you better. And I mean, I'm sure at the top of that theory, they just need to flesh it out. They already got the top figured out. The top is Cody, but they got to flesh out the bottom. They need like 5 more examples to get that theory off the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm just that's why I don't understand what's wrong with these niggas, man.
I'm telling you, it's going to shift from going over there makes me sick to the WWE needs AEW stars. Let a certain group
get that theory running
guys
across.
Leave.
Oh, brother, it's just like, oh man, these guys made AEW. I mean, they made WWE so much better. Oh, brother, that's gonna make me sick.
I'm telling you, wow. Okay, that's gonna be a 6-month thing. We're gonna come back 6 months ago. Yo, they singing this weak ass song.
Oh, right. The crowd singing the songs, man. That is the big wrestling trend right now.
That is a in both companies type of deal. That's just like you said, it's almost becoming commonplace in wrestling. It's almost like a standard now. You got to have a cool song to sing.
Yeah, and I'm not too mad at it. It's just an observation.
Yeah, no, I'm not mad. I'm not sitting here like going like, oh man, why does every song have a oh in it or whatever?
Nothing wrong with a sing along, man. But let's get into AEW Blood and Guts real quick.
Blood and Guts, or AEW Fun and Games after the rules have been
AEW Bubble Guts, bruh.
Bubble Guts.
This shit made me sick. All right. Main topics before we get into quick hits. We got the MJF. They beat Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia.
Better than you, baby.
Yeah, better than you, baby. Let's talk about the vignette first.
Please.
Where Adam Cole says, "Hey man, we're going into the finals, and something that we really need to do before going into it, we need to face your fear of spicy food." I said, when was this a fucking fear? When we were supposed to know this, bro?
It's just such a please, man. I got a few points about this, but please.
They go. You remember when we went to LA for Justin's wedding and we went to that burger spot? It looked like the same spot.
It does in sunny Long Beach. Yes, I remember that one spot.
Yeah. It looked like the same spot. It's clearly closed, which I think is hilarious.
Right.
And
quiet on the set, please.
Yeah. And they're just eating food. Right. And it's super spicy, quote unquote super spicy. The waiter comes and gives them a drink or whatever, and then MJF is just like, "Oh man, there's something wrong with this drink." And the dude was just like, "Yeah, man, that's 100% alcohol." My nigga, where'd you get that? Where did you get 100% alcohol from?
Like, right, where are they storing this?
Just raw alcohol.
Raw alcohol.
Where'd you get that from?
100 proof. Jesus.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? later on, I don't remember what happens at the rest, but they said they're ready. Oh, they start making fun of the waiter, saying that, oh,
This was
Asian dude
fire. Yeah.
says he looks like Sammy Guevara, says he, his frame is like Daniel Garcia, blah, blah, this and that. And then they said, yeah, man, we can't wait to win with the double clothesline. That's our move. Hell yeah. And then they go beat up the waiter.
This is ridiculous, man. Really quickly, like the Kowloon where they shot that in suburban Boston, right? Like hollow ground for like wrestling fans and wrestlers. Like they've been frequenting this place for decades. They've been treating wrestlers well at the Kowloon for decades. So I know Tony got off on filming a vignette at the Kowloon for one thing. Like number two, if you add up all these vignettes together, I'm sure we got about 3 more weeks of this at least. This is a really shitty Judd Apatow film. Like a really shitty Judd Apatow film.
This shit just missing the Pete David cameo, bro.
That's all we're missing here, dog. That's really it. Like I know what they're going for here, and to Tony's effect, for his crowd, his live crowd, it's working. They're digging the bromance here, I guess you can call it.
I'm cool with I'm cool with the story. I'm cool with MJF and Adam Cole being like buddies. They're having their American Pie Step Brothers type film or whatever. Right, I think that's fine. I just think that is poorly put together.
Yes.
What is it? This feud starts with them really digging at each other, really getting into each other's skin, saying all sorts of mean shit. Some shit that you really can't come back. Like, to me, you can't come back from saying the type of shit that they were saying to each other. You feel me?
No, this is Tony. You're right. Like, and honestly, this is Tony's version of Step Brothers. If he's gonna say, because I was agreeing with J5. Like, why would you have them run each other down and then get into the bromance? Shouldn't that be on the back end? Have you ever watched a fucking movie before?
Yeah,
but maybe he's going for Step Brothers. But maybe he's going for Step Brothers here, and that's kind of a Step Brothers vibe.
Yeah. So you get that one initial statement where they're tearing each other down or whatever. They have the match. He doesn't get the rematch, and then they're like a group of, they're in a tag team together. Then they start bonding, working out. They go to a bar and play video games with each other. And now they're eating spicy food with each other. And it's just like, I just feel like a lot of this shit is like really disjointed, The
workout was a rib. I'm sorry. You're not gonna tell me like Adam Cole, no, he was winging at the camera when he was lifting.
The camera got real close, bro. He was not.
You know what I'm saying?
Had to show the 2 niggas on the side just fucking helping to lift that shit.
That was a clean bar with no weights on either side.
Yeah, because if that was if Cole was lifting like that, he wouldn't be looking like that.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that these segments aren't like, screw if they're not funny, but like it's just disjointed. It doesn't really make any sense to me. Like, these are like gags or some shit. Like, these are what is it? These are the Stokely Hathaway like type shits that he used to put on Twitter. Yeah.
It's just a little too hammy. Like, it would work if it wasn't so damn hammy. Like, you could have a touch of this. Like, of course, it's wrestling. You're gonna ham it up a little bit, but don't ham it up for fucking 3 minutes.
Yeah,
like Jesus.
And for some reason, I don't understand where this bromance turns into. The 10 minutes of every match that we're gonna have is gonna be pure fucking jokes.
Right. I mean, can we get to the opening of this tag? Oh my god.
I don't know where the friendship turned into. This equals doing house show shit on TV.
It's like, I mean, you're right. This is stuff that goes on in house shows for sure, just to put, give the live crowd a good time, right? But on TV, this shit comes off like TGIF, man. Like, for real.
And then this is the tournament for the tag titles. Like, this is like, not to say like everything has to be like super serious, but like this is like important.
Right.
Like,
and you've got some type of synergy going with MJF and Adam Cole here, where it's going to be silly, but the hook is coming. Now, however the hook comes, it happens, but whatever, it's going to be a shift here at some point. And I just don't want anybody to get spoiled, whether that's, Adam Cole looking like a doofus when MJF hits him with a dynamite diamond ring finally, or, Adam Cole turning, or obviously I think Roddy's going to be involved somehow when this thing pivots, but we'll see.
So it's either MJF looks bad coming out of this, or Adam Cole looks bad at coming out of this, or, maybe Roddy could stop them from like it being... Well, stop them.
Or they sacrifice stupid. Roddy.
Yeah, like they sacrifice Roddy so both of them don't look dumb.
Right. If I say they can sacrifice Roddy in this whole thing here.
Yeah, so that's where I don't know, man. I'm not really getting these segments. Like I can say they're not for me, but I'm just I could not understand who is this for.
Yeah, this once again going back to what we were saying earlier, this is the crowd that doesn't really dig all the sports entertainment stuff, right? Not saying it has to be serious wrestling presentation all the time, but this right here, I thought this is what you guys were changing the channel from,
right? Like this is like when they they hated a lot of stuff that WWE is doing, that MJF and fucking Chris Jericho does a fucking musical and everything's hunky-dory. You feel me?
Made the New York Times, Cyrus. I mean, hey, somebody made the New York Times.
I still can't believe that happened. But yeah, I'm just this shit is so weird. And so the match, like we mentioned, I would say like the first 10 to 7 minutes, it's literally a dance off.
Cannot believe that.
This, like I said it last week when they were doing push-ups and trying to like scoop each other or whatever. This is house show shit.
Facts.
I do not want to see this on TV.
Facts. It really doesn't have a place on TV.
Like this dance off is like what happens, they throw it up on Instagram on a random Tuesday because NXT ain't got really shit to announce or going on. You feel me? Like
right.
This happens in Largos, Florida or some shit. I just don't understand the dance off or whatever. I was nah, bro. I'm not trying to watch four crackers dance, man.
It was just like the disco ball appeared. I said, hold on, man.
Yeah, they had the whole effects ready and all that. They had the music cued. I don't understand, brother.
Yeah, this is we're getting into wrestle crap here, Tony. Stop it, man. You could have easily just had the comedy bits in the match and let that be that. But once they kept going and MJF gets out the ring, like, please, traditionalists, defend this. Hey, defend everything else MJF does. Like, defend that, please. I want to hear
it. They're either just gonna blame Tony for
letting them do it.
Fucking ever.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Then the match happens. I don't know. This I couldn't really focus on the match after the fucking dance off because I thought the shit was stupid. I mentally checked out. But like, what confused me the most about the whole thing is that Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia are like, they have like a little bit of tension and conflict or whatever. But soon as it was time to start dancing, they was in tandem.
Yo, that's just
American Best Dance Crew. They had everything worked out.
It's insane. Like, yo, like just think about this in storyline. So like, yo, when they try to, dance with us, man, we're gonna fuck them up. Like,
yeah, right.
Like, where does this come from? Like you said, there was tension between Daniel and Sammy for weeks. If they're gonna have continuity on this show, then just express that. Maybe that's what cost them the match. I mean,
like even in their entrance, Sammy Guevara's lagging behind, and Daniel Garcia's looking at him like, "Come on, motherfucker, you want to do this shit? Hurry the fuck up!" As soon as the dance call, everything cool. And then I can't particularly say this match was any good.
No.
Max does a tope that Adam Cole like gasses him up for. Yeah, that is about it. That is all I can recall besides the finish.
Right.
The what is it? Approved on the Canadian Destroyer to the double clothesline.
Yes.
To I believe Daniel Garcia that gets him the pin. Chris Jericho is also on commentary. I don't really understand why.
And they didn't close that loop either. It's like, yo, he walks out, gets that was completely like Chris Jericho going, yeah, they tried that LA Knight guy out. I'm just gonna go out there and they're gonna sing my song. and I'm gonna go to the booth.
Yeah, it was just like I can't be left off the show, right? And then
hey, they want to sing my song. Like, oh god.
I can't. I really can't say this match is any good. I just like last week. I thought the Adam Cole MJF versus Big Bill and Brian Cage was also just. Well, I thought that match was better than this for sure. But
Right.
I truly did not like what I was seeing here. And then after the match, Daniel Garcia just gets up and walks away after that double clothesline to get him pinned. didn't sell a goddamn thing. And then Chris Jericho's just like, oh, let me go comfort my boys. And then suddenly Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia was just on the same page, and then they just blow Chris Jericho off. And I was just like, what did he do wrong?
Right. Maybe there's no more JAS team meetings or something. I don't know.
I definitely think that's where it's going to lead to. Is it's like, oh, you two don't want me anymore. Fuck you. I'm going to join Don Callis. And it's just like, dog, nobody wants you to join Don Callis, bro. Nobody wants to see a Don Callis faction, bro.
Don Callis he's like, okay, Heyman's got the top spot in the biz. I'm number 2, right? I'm number 2, right?
No. There's dirt, there's garbage, there's
so molten core,
and then there's where you are. Like, no, you're not in a very short race, you're not second or third.
Right. We'll put Stoke in front of you. How about that?
Shit, I'm putting Rob Stone in front of him.
Shout out Mr. Stone.
Yeah, Joe Gacy ahead of your ass too.
Joe Gacy.
So yeah, they blow off Chris Jericho. I don't really understand that part of that story either. And then Adam Cole, he takes the AEW world title. I honestly forgot that MJF was world champ until they were holding that championship and looking at each other.
Oh, isn't he a goofy world champ these days?
Like, he has like probably two real matches, and then it's just fuck all for the rest of it.
Remember when Ethan Page was mad at him? Nobody does, right? Okay.
When right. Who?
Ethan Page, right? Remember when MJF did that spot on Collision? Okay, nobody. All right, okay.
Oh, that shit definitely don't matter.
I know, right? See.
While they're bickering, I guess MJF is just really like the relationship's cool, but just don't touch my shit, bro. Just like his stepbrothers when he touched his drums.
Oh, you're right. Oh my God, you're right. This is Step Brothers. This is a shitty Step Brothers.
I have never watched Step Brothers in full, and I still know that. Like, I know they're just ripping off Step Brothers.
Oh my God, you're so right about that.
They start bickering, and then the music hits, the little Double Dragon 80s type shit, and then FTR comes out.
I dig their music, man. It's like an updated Midnight Express soul theme, but I dig the theme. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not mad at the theme either. But they come in, they have a face off. I'm thinking, where is this gonna lead? Y'all gonna shake hands? Y'all gonna fight? Y'all gonna cut a promo? Like, what's going on here? Nothing.
Nothing.
They just straight up just stare at each other, and then MJF just goes, "Motherfucker, I'm the goddamn champ," and climbs on the rope and get people hyped.
It's crazy, yo. That's crazy. And then Dax cuts a 15-second promo about his music not playing or something.
Yeah, they play the new remix of the MJF and Adam Cole theme. They worked hard on that.
Yes, they did.
Okay, so they're gonna play it, Dax, and then Dax, he goes to the camera, he says, "Motherfucker, we the champ. You gonna play our music?" That shit don't switch up. Still playing their shit.
It's not happening. Yeah, you talking to Tony through the camera?
Yeah,
and it's not working.
And then Cash is outside. He cussing up a storm. I don't know what the fuck he was saying.
Cash getting dumped over there outside the ring.
Yeah, and then Adam Cole, he's chilling by the ropes. Dax is at MJF's face, talking all sorts of shit. Like he about to shoot on the motherfucker. Like he really about to do something to get his to get his heat because his music can't play.
Jesus.
And MJF is like, nah, get the fuck out my face, son.
He's like, aren't y'all visitors?
FTR finally has the privilege to come back on Dynamite, and then they just go off the wall. Like,
it's so much gangbanging happening right now in AEW. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's the Colliders versus the Dynamite, bro.
Yo, Dynamite gang versus Colliders, man.
I don't understand what any of that was.
Nah, me either.
They're like truly just some bizarre shit.
Is it in 2 weeks just to like kind of not exactly counter program, but just I guess to make an action packed weekend of wrestling because Great American Bash is Sunday?
I mean, if it's the day before, that shit don't fucking matter. But yeah. It's in 2 weeks from now, the same weekend as Great American Bash. I guess they're just gonna try to reap the rewards of people being excited to see WWE shit.
I'm just guessing. I'm like, why would it not be this Saturday?
Yeah, I don't get that either. I hope that they have like a promo or some shit, addressing the champs or whatever. And, they go ahead, shoot on each other for whatever the fuck happened.
Yeah, I can see a Schiavone in-ring interview with FTR this Saturday for sure. They're going to brag about getting, 8 stars on Friday.
Oh, right.
And then,
the Royal Rampage? I was like, come on, son.
Oh, my God. Oof.
Who booked this shit?
Ooh, we know who booked this shit. Holding my nose, Tony.
What is it? The manila folder with the goddamn gridded paper inside.
That grid. Oh my God. He does. He would have a handwritten grid.
Yeah. So I don't really understand what was going on there with FTR, but the match will be happening in 2 weeks. Assuming that they have a promo probably on Collision or like next week's Dynamite, and then whatever happens. Work, shoot, business.
Yeah.
Now we get into Blood and Guts. Yeah.
Guts. Now I have to ask you, I've only seen parts of last year's and I never saw anything else before that. Was this the least blood and the least guts? Blood and Guts? Well, I mean, yes. Mox bled a gusher eventually, and so did Wheeler Useless. But
I would say this is probably the least blood because I remember last year, Santana Ortiz was bleeding. What is it? Jericho appreciates. What is it? The dudes from 2.0. They were bleeding up a storm. Wow. They had forks
Daddy Mac,
and
Mac
shit.
Daddy.
They had forks and shit. Yeah, I definitely think like last year was way more bloodier. I would believe after this one, there will probably be a lot less injuries than there was last year because I remember last year, Santana, I'm not sure if it was Santana or Ortiz, they got their leg caught, I guess, on the cage, and then they was hanging upside down, and we haven't seen that motherfucker since. I shit you not. I think it might have been Santana because Ortiz had some shit with Eddie Kingston that nobody really cared about.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I definitely think this is the most tamed Blood and Guts has been, but I can't say this was the best in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I might say the first one is better. Like I'll probably say the first one, this one, and then last year's like in last place. I didn't think it was particularly any good last year. I definitely thought last year was way worse than this one.
Okay. Right.
This one though is cool. Is Blood and Guts. Expectations insanely low.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the match order, if that makes sense.
Okay, as far as the participants, the way they entered, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I didn't really understand Kenny Omega starting. I definitely think Hangman Page should have started.
Okay, yeah.
I think Ibushi could have stayed last, but obviously Kenny Omega goes before him. Kenny Omega's in trouble. Ibushi comes out. Just, simple shit like that.
Right.
That wasn't done here. Pac coming out second. I didn't really get that either. And then I cut back and what is it? I believe they came back from commercial break and it's Mac Jackson and Wheeler Yuta fighting at the top of it. I'm just like, why you put in like the C-list niggas at the top of the cage having the real fight, bro?
Oh,
Like,
surprise! Like, what's the point of the cage? I saw some. What did Sean Ross Sapp tweet that he was like he loves the fact that they didn't keep the action in the cage. And what the fuck is the point of the cage? Tell me.
yeah, the point of the War Games was supposed to keep it inside. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I just didn't particularly understand giving that spot to Mac Jackson and fucking Wheeler Yuta
on top. Right. That was okay.
Like that is definitely a spot for probably a Hangman Page and Jon Moxley, since this whole thing started because they hated each other so much. Which I'm surprised what is it? Tony Schiavone pointed that out.
I mean, hey, 1 point for continuity.
Yeah, you feel me? But that did not reflect into the match. A lot of wild spots, of course. We got broken glass, which I wasn't a fan of. I would have just went for the glass. What is it? The glass slab. I think that would have been better.
Right. So you can see, at least have it explode. I mean, have
the crash,
then go into the pieces of glass. But were there attacks at the end, or was I looking at that wrong?
There were attacks at the end.
Okay. All right.
I forget who, but I don't know how they got the tax. But they rained the tax down from the top of the cage.
I guess.
I don't really understand. Something that was really funny to me was the crowd screaming, "They want tables," and then commentator was just like, "Motherfucker, they just got the nail board out. What more do you fuckers want?"
Yeah, Tad's like, really? I mean, you want more than that? The passionate crowd.
Yeah, I was just like, nah, yeah, the crowd is fucking nuts for that. There's so many spots. I can't really say there's any standouts. I wasn't particularly a big fan of the nail board. My favorite deathmatch weapon would probably be the glass slab or a light tubes. Those are way more exciting to see, in my opinion.
Slab of glass, whole slab of glass.
Yeah, that shit's hard.
yeah, I'm with that. If we're gonna go there, then I go for the painted glass. Yeah.
Just your general thoughts about the match. I can't remember spot by spot because it's messy anyway.
It's very messy, but I'll go through it how I remembered it. Just overall, starting off, I felt like when the match kicked off at the top of the hour, I was like, oh, once again, just looking at this politically, I'm like, oh, FTR is getting rave reviews for going an hour. Motherfucker, watch this.
Yeah.
That's just how I felt. Like it was just okay. This starting at the top of the hour. They're gonna get more than enough time. They even got an overrun about 3 minutes or so. But it was slow and plotting for for that type of match.
Mm-hmm.
There were spots where it was action, but then it was just like, I'm sorry, man. When Matt and Nick come in guns blazing, firing, coming in hot, it's just hard for me to believe sometimes. But it's just, that's just me. I'm sorry. But in leading up to Coda being last, which I agree with, is he in his fat Elvis phase? Looks a little chubby there.
He definitely don't look good.
He was moving slow. The knees were bad. I don't know if one connected, but I heard the slap, of course.
What is it? Ever since he outed New Japan for saying they were involved with Yakuza, that motherfucker must have had like eatless nights, bro. He had to sleep for dinner, bitch.
Right.
Scared to go outside, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man, he didn't look too great out there. Excuse me. I have gone on record saying that I'm not a big fan of Kota Ibushi, and he absolutely did not bring anything to this match.
No, besides his name.
Yeah, besides his name, which I don't think amounts.
I'm about to say it doesn't really amount to anything in the States, but to that core crowd, like, oh, Kota Ibushi, lovers, like, okay,
because like for one, he hasn't done anything in a really fucking long time. Let me check his cage match. Like, what was the last match this motherfucker had? Because
the meaningful Ibushi match, right?
Yeah, because it was just like he's been gone for like a really long time. Like he was outing them. What is it? He outed like New Japan having like ties or whatever, saying such and such. Yeah,
they're gonna see Okada back in October, right? Of 21, excuse me.
G1, and then he had some stuff in March at GCW. So like, what is it? 4 months silence.
Yeah.
I'm not excited to see that again.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I'm already seeing the cage match ratings at 9. You know, it's early, folks. It's early, but probably gonna stay up there knowing cage match.
Yeah, right. Pure gas, bro. But
Complete.
yeah, Kota Ibushi didn't look too great here, but you know, it's AEW. He doesn't he don't got to give it much attention. Just jump off shit.
4.5. Easy.
Jesus Christ. Sickening. But yeah, the Elite win. I don't know where they go from here. I would assume that.
You want to talk about the finish for a second? How everybody just bailed?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Fuck this. Can we talk about that for a second? The BCC's tag war just, all right, we're out of here.
Wheeler Yuta is bloody, getting choked by a chain, and the ref is just like, "Oh, okay, we're good. We're done." I just thought it was a ref stoppage, and I was just like, I did not know. I've never seen a War Games with the ref was just like, okay, we're done. So it was kind of perplexing to me.
Shout out to Excalibur sold it as Mox surrendering for Wheeler Yuta. I have to go back and look. And if Mox is on camera not saying a damn thing, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, because I saw Claudio pleading with them to like let Yuta go. So I guess like they waved the white flag or whatever, but I don't really understand what the fuck is going on there. Right. It was a lot. And you know, with AEW camera guys, they don't really catch everything. So something that was very integral to the finish, you just missed outright.
Congrats. Thanks.
So I just thought it was a ref stoppage, but it is what it is. Yeah. The Elite, they're holding hands or whatever. They're cool now. I have absolutely no idea where either group goes after this. I could assume that Kenny Omega is definitely going to do the Golden Lover thing with Kota Ibushi. I don't think this is a one-off for Ibushi.
I was going to ask you that. Okay, so he's going to be here.
Yeah, I definitely think he's going to fuck with Kenny Omega and they ride off into the sunset for whatever happens.
Shall see.
Yeah, and you know, is Don Callis going to try to get revenge on Kenny Omega through Jericho, and then Jericho and Takeshita they go against Golden Lovers? Like I'm just so unsure where they're going to go with the booking after this because they've been feuding with the BCC for so fucking long.
Yeah. And that screwdriver. Don't forget the screwdriver. Has been
the screwdriver. I don't understand, man. AEW is gonna be going AEW is going in a weird direction like 6 weeks before Wembley, All In, because
you don't have a clue what's going on there or the event in Chicago, All Out.
Oh yeah, because you have both Owen Hart's tournaments ending, both the women's and the men's, with Ricky Starks and Willow Nightingale winning it. We're going to talk about those two matches on quick hits, but so those two tournaments wrap up. You're wrapping up the tag thing in 2 weeks, the blind tag eliminator.
Yep.
You just wrapped up the BCC Elite thing. What are you going into Wembley with?
I'd love to know. I mean, they kind of slightly very lightly hinted at Ospreay Omega 3, but who knows if that happens.
Oh, but what is it? They said that like the night after Forbidden Door. So that was like 3 weeks ago.
I think Omega on his pre-tape promo they aired that following Wednesday. I think he says like it's not over or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck is going to be going on with AEW. I hope these feuds are finished. I'm curious to see what new feuds arise. But right now, the landscape is like cleared.
Whatever's next. Yeah.
And man, what the fuck is next?
Right. I was about to say, that's the opening the question right there, folks. What exactly is next?
I'm very concerned, especially for Collision specifically, because a lot of the Owen Hart stuff was on that show.
Oh yeah.
Now that they have no tournament, what are they doing now? Well, they got no tournament, and FTR is going to be, wrestling some. They're going to be wrestling some Dynamite niggas in 2 weeks. So like, what is Punk doing? What is the Willow going to be doing? What is Ricky Starks going to be doing? Like, these are all questions that hopefully get answered this week, because Rampage is just another. Fuck it, we just booking shit to book it.
Yeah, Rampage is a lost hour. That is the Sunday night heat of the AEW television lineup there.
Yeah, absolutely abysmal.
Oh yeah, you could definitely take every Friday night at 10 off. You're not missing
you don't have to watch no more wrestling after SmackDown.
That's right. It's officially over at 9:58.
Okay. Quick hits. We got the Willow Nightingale. Did you watch Collision?
I did watch. I watched Collision. I collided on Saturday.
Collided. All right, bro.
I'm not Collide gang. I'm just saying. I honestly, I was watching the 2 out of 3 falls match on and off, but I did watch most of Collision.
I did not watch that. I just watched the Owen Hart tournament stuff, and then I got off. So Willow Nightingale and Ruby Soho.
Willow can't win, can she?
This is the second time she goes into the finals and loses, and I think it's so funny that she loses now when she had to clear, like, with the Outcast, like, you have a clear numbers advantage,
right?
And you still lost.
And Willow ain't cheating. She too happy. You know what I'm saying? We could have got one over on Willow.
Relatively no backup. I'm cool with Willow winning. It's just like, are they going to do something with Willow after? Is like generally my concern for all of the black people that get a win in AEW.
Yeah,
but I thought the match was okay.
It was right.
It's better than Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker last year. That's for damn sure. But it is what it is on that. I think Willow Nightingale winning it was a good call.
Yeah, no, it was a good thing for her. In the heels of losing, what was that, in New Japan strong. Yeah.
Next we get Ricky Starks versus CM Punk. This match stinks.
In a match that Punk didn't need to win. But still, it definitely was like dragging. He moves so slow now. Wow, he's the guy he made fun of 10 years ago. Look how time moves.
Oh yeah, he's definitely that motherfucker now. This match is weird because neither man is playing heel. There's not really a story going into it. Of course, it's a tournament match, so but still, like, neither of them had anything really going on besides that, they've worked together at some point,
right. He was the odd man out in that damn tag match too. It's like, yo, CMFTR and Ricky Starks. Like, okay.
I with the Discord that you could join, $20 on patreon.com/the show RNC. I tweeted, yo, this match refuses to go into the second gear. I believe it was Meals that just said, I don't even think they put it in first.
I mean, it was definitely on the runway. I don't know if it ever took off.
Yeah. This match is nastily slow. When I was just like, okay, I'm gonna check out, the match ended. So I was just like, thank God. Ricky Stark holds the rope. Barely holds the rope to keep the pin, and I don't know how that gave him the quote unquote leverage to pin CM Punk, and then CM Punk just pulled off the heist of the century, bolts off. Jushin Thunder Liger comes out. Ricky Stark says, "Motherfucker, move!" Took the trophy away from him. Completely wasted Liger's time.
You're right. It's crazy travel just to come do that, right? But it's Calgary too. Like he went to Calgary, dog. But it's funny how the ref is looking directly in Ricky's direction while he's holding the rope. He's still holding the rope at the three. It's so like, get out of here.
So stupid. And then also, okay, I know Willow is not, quote unquote, like Collider game, but Ricky Starks clearly is.
Oh yeah.
What are you gonna strive for if you're stuck on Collision Island?
Yeah, ain't no singles titles over there, right? Of all the fucking titles they got in AEW, there are no singles titles of really featured on Collision.
The fucking TNT title, which is gonna be what is it? They're gonna have the Royal Rumble to determine the number one contender for it. My thing, like, is Ricky Starks gonna go for you're gonna go for Orange Cassidy, bro?
Oh my god.
You can't touch MJF right now.
TNT champion, right?
Yeah, Luchasaurus is TNT champion right now. Then you got Orange Cassidy as the NATO belt.
There's no credible secondary champion in AEW right now. I just thought about that.
Unless you want to say Orange Cassidy, but to me, I'm gonna say there's just Orange Cassidy. But my thing is that you don't. Like it's like the Money in the Bank shit. You don't win that and go for a singles title. I mean, the secondary title.
Yeah, no.
You go for the main thing,
right?
And I don't see that in Ricky Stark's future. If MJF and Cole are gonna like continue to bicker and shit,
Yeah, and besides, how long did the Ricky MJF program last? 2 weeks, 3?
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks, and they're gonna run that back.
Wow.
And let's say that Adam Cole and MJF, they don't implode, right?
Right.
Like they don't implode, and then let's even stretch it and say they do win the tag titles, right?
Okay.
Ricky Starks has at an incredible disadvantage.
He's boxed in. Where does he go from there?
You are not beating the power of friendship, bruh. Wait, you're gonna team up with fucking Roderick Strong?
Oh yeah, Ricky and Roderick.
Terrible.
I can hear Meltzer now though. Yeah, they were going to break it up, but the ratings were were really up with the Adam and MJF, and it's almost like AEW's Roman and Sammy.
Oh Jesus, he would make that comparison. Yeah, so it's cooked for the tournament winners. Actually, not for Willow. She could easily go back and she could go for either person. I think she should get the run back with Tony and probably like get into a steel cage or some shit where the Outcast can't get in, quote unquote, can't get involved. But
man,
referee shenanigans.
A really good baby face for AEW.
Yeah,
but, they gotta show me they care about the women's division.
Mm-hmm. Like if Jamie Hayter's not coming back anytime soon, I think Willow would be the person that you want to kind of rally behind. Like just fuck Britt Baker, bro. Don't bake it on her again, bro.
Britt got that political power.
Sickening, bro. that pull.
That pull, you know what I'm saying?
Hook and Jungle Boy, they have a match for the FTW title. Jungle Boy wins, and this title kind of holds no weight in AEW for real. Like this is a pride title.
It's a prop title, more prop than any other props they got.
Yeah, so Jungle Boy just took away what makes Hook, happy. Took away his father's legacy away from him. That is a little good story to tell. I just hate how they told it.
Yeah, for sure. It sucks how they got there, but yeah, the narrative or like you said, the crux of the story is pretty good. Can we talk about the theme for a second?
Oh man. So first let's talk about Jungle Boy's little 2B video that played at the start.
Oh my god.
Jungle Boy is burying his old self. The thing was his old boots, and then he digged it up and then rode off into a limo. He's in his Hollywood bag now.
Yeah,
he needs to stop going by Jungle Boy.
I think that was the whole point. They only called him Jack Perry, right?
Mm-hmm. Like they need to start calling him Jack Perry. Maybe they want to put I don't want to say put Hollywood in front of it, but maybe superstar, I was about to say A-lister, but that's the Miz's shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Gotta go with
I don't know.
Hollywood. Right? Gotta go with Hollywood. I mean, hey, fuck it.
Yeah,
It was the same
it's very
desert.
abstract.
You see, right? It was the same desert where they killed Hank and Breaking Bad. You know,
Without the Mexico filter.
right, right. So he went back there. You know, Hollywood, famous scene of the crime. You know, that's what he's going for, man. And then he came out there with that, like you said, that public domain music.
Oh yeah, he comes out in classical music. Dog, the person that is making music at AEW is stealing money. Why? Like, I know the but like Takeshi's music or Dark House's music is just like some dark ambient shit. I don't really get that. I could make it.
It sounds like the first 5-10 seconds of Sting's WCW theme. I'm just waiting for like the other part to kick in, and it never.
Yeah, like there's no drop. Jungle Boy comes out to classical music. I don't get that for this character.
Got Claudio's theme.
Yeah, then Claudio's theme is just another. That's some real public domain shit. Like they play that shit in movie trailers for free.
That's right.
I don't like the what is it? The theme doesn't match the character.
No, it feels like it's so quiet at times that it actually went off, but it's still on.
Like this is classical music, and when I think of like classical or like orchestra, I'm thinking like, you know, elegant suits, you know, well spoken, you know, like you would have to be like a William Regal type character to come out to music like that, you know.
Not this moody little twerp telling the crowd to fuck off. No, not him.
Yeah, like put the Fred Durst type beat on for him, bro.
You know what? My way would fit this era, Jack Perry. Just go ahead and buy that, TK.
Yeah, I like. Why not?
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, that little match that happens. The match is kind of just all over the place. At some point, Hook just chucks Jungle Boy from the apron to the padding on the outside.
Hashtag approved.
Yeah, has approved.
Approved.
And then Jungle Boy was selling that shit for a hot second. He was just like, my back hurts. What is it? Hook puts him in a ring and he rolls right out. I was just like, yeah, that shit really hurt. And then he bounces back and pushes Hook to the ring post. And then he tries to get a count out.
Motherfucker, you can't FTW rules, but it wasn't, right?
Yeah, Taz said at the start it was not FTW rules when they went to the outside. He said because they were just like, they're brawling out the outside, and he was just like, this. I know this isn't FTW rules, but yada yada yada. He made it clear. Like I remember hearing that he said that it was not FTW rules.
That's so weird, though.
Yeah, it should be, right. Like if you're gonna have the title, just
title match, what is the point? You know what? I mean, the hardcore title was basically like, that's like, you know what? The WWE did do that. It took away the hardcore title and just gave it, you know, the 24/7 title. You know, they had a 24/7 rule with the hardcore title.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, okay, whatever.
I would personally say that I do think that Hook is like, there's the potential is definitely there. I just don't think that AEW is going to bring that out of him. And I said that when I first saw him, and I'm still right.
I can't lie. I will come clean. Jack Perry has a better future as a heel than as ever babyface.
Absolutely. That's for damn sure. I definitely think him winning this title and then, you know, him winning the title against Hook, who is beloved, I think that is great. These two are at like, in ring wise, they might not like. Actually, who knows? I think they might. Iron might sharpen iron here.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be good for them to work together.
And maybe for even just for character work alone, like Jungle Boy could really relish in this. Like he just has to cut a really good promo with Thing, and like he said, he hates doing them. But now that you're a heel, you're gonna have to do that shit a lot more.
Yeah, buddy, you picked the wrong character disposition to be hating promos, my man.
Yeah,
I mean, come on now. This is a nepo baby war. You know what I mean? We want to see who's gonna win here.
but yeah, I definitely I think there's definitely some positives to this. Jungle Boy being a heel, feuding with someone as beloved for as Hook.
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks that it's for a title that doesn't really matter, but you know what? That's fine.
Got to start somewhere. And there's, I mean, if you're gonna have 40 titles, then you might as well use them.
Yeah. Actually, I think the FTW title works here. I'm like I said earlier, I'm taking away that something that's like, pride or whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean, once again, Hook being Taz's son, I mean, that lineage, it does mean something for Jack Perry to take away the FTW title from his son.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we'll see how featured Jungle Boy is going to be with that title, because normally when you have that belt, you are not seen on TV often. So
let's see. Rampage All-Star, we'll see.
Barely that. So we'll see. We'll see what changes in the future. And then when the preview for the AEW show came out today, there was no women's match announced, and they just randomly had Britt Baker come out and squash local talent. Nothing to write home about.
Yep. No, you got Britt on TV, quick TV squash, EMD, and we're out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Now, time for NXT. Let's get into that real shit. You feel me? Okay. So, at the start of the show, we get Carmelo Williams coming out saying, we really could have had it. We really could have had Judgment Day. It wasn't happening. Number games was too strong. And then Ilya just had to, stick his nose in where it didn't belong or whatever. And they were just like, I was trying to help, brother. Relax. Ilya Dragunov comes out and try to come clean and just being like, nah, that's not what it was.
And somebody's doing too big of a deep dive on Black Twitter for Carmelo's promos too. Like, they gotta let him start figuring some shit out, because he's saying too much scripted shit.
Yeah. I don't like how Carmelo Hayes delivers a lot of his promos. Just like verbiage, mostly. Yeah. Like delivery is fine. It's just like, the words that are chosen.
There we go. Right.
But yeah, we have Melo, Trick Williams, and Ilya Dragunov. They form an alliance of some sorts, and they get ran down by Schism. And I said, all right, bro, relax.
Love is blind.
Oh, I can't say I'm too excited. I can't say I'm too excited to see this, but I guess since they probably don't want to turn Ilya or Carmelo heel, they're just gonna beat up. Is Joe Casey the biggest heel on the show?
Wow. I mean, you gonna put over Braun?
Ooh. Braun is definitely at the top. Yeah, I guess he's just a close second. Yeah. It's probably a tie between Schism and Gallus.
Right.
And if you want,
Schism has the biggest presence for a while. So
yeah,
the longer running heels.
Yeah, the motherfuckers said they want to quit. Now they've been on every show.
You grizzled young veterans better shut up.
Yeah, they said we won out. HBK said we're not doing that. I don't know. I'd probably say Schism is definitely second in my opinion, but if you were to say Gallus is second because they have the tag titles, then I'd be like, all right, fair, Drewski hands.
You're right, but I mean, nah, they're number 3 because until we get a translator, some subtitles, bam. I'm trying to follow along. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to follow along.
My ears be open, bruh.
I'm listening. I am listening, and I'm trying to figure it out. Dragunov promos are fire now, though.
Oh yeah, he talked that talk. He's a great promo. He's a great worker. Like I don't want to say like he's main roster ready, call him up, but like I definitely think like there's not much work for him to do in NXT. I think he's just there to just, once again, just sharpen some iron before he gets called up.
Hey man, you're better talking than Kaiser. Just saying.
Oh.
Just saying. He can keep the PLE intros. I dig those the most. I love that.
Yeah, but when you
Ladies and gentle, you can keep that.
Yeah, but when you're talking to a KO and Sammy, it might get a little rough.
Yeah, let Dragunov get off, man.
We'll see how he does on the main roster. I think he'll be perfect. Kids love the dangerous nigga. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
Especially since
he looks like he will like commit something. Like he looks like it's gonna happen for real, and that you can't buy that.
Yeah, and also he does shit that kids can do. And I think that's very dangerous.
A kid running in the back of you blindside with a headbutt is a kid.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous kid move. You got a real strong point there, Cyrus.
Yeah. Playground and some kid do the torpedo Moscow, bro. Very likely.
Nah, it's extremely.
What is it? That forearm where he just jump on the nigga.
He got wild, don't try this at home, so try this at home moves.
Got some real. I could get away with this.
You know what I'm saying? He has the move set for you. You have never. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah, kids gonna eat that up, bro. And what is it when he be waving his hands crazy and shit? Kids gonna love that.
Oh my god, yes.
But our first match of the show, we got Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee. They defeat Los Lotharios. In a heater. There was no doubt in my mind this match was gonna be a heater.
You know what I'm saying? You got my man Cold Hard Truth teaming up with Young Dragon. You know what I'm saying? He called his brother like, you see what we doing up here?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm sad that they stopped the Cold Hard Truth shit. I now that he won, he was just like, we don't need no vignette.
Right. I was with the fake last week tonight. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that show's heat, right?
It was.
Dragon Lee gets a win on NXT. A lot of people rejoice.
They respect Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
That sit out powerbomb was pretty.
Oh, amazing. And then he did what is it? I don't know how to describe it. But you know when people are kind of like in a tree of woe, but they're like hanging, waiting for the double stomp?
Yes, yeah.
Dragon Lee did it in such a natural way. It didn't look phony.
Right.
Because it was very quick. Like, I'm not sure which Lotharios it was, but they're on the top rope. He just clips their leg. They're hanging. He does it real quick. I love that. Same with like Carmelo Hayes' finisher, although I'm not a big fan of it. But when it looks natural, it looks good. Los Lotharios loses and they start freaking the fuck out on the outside. Humberto pushes the fuck out of Angel Garza and says, well, fuck, this is your fault. And then
went straight to the parking lot, right?
Yeah. And my thing, y'all niggas came to NXT to break up.
They went straight to the parking lot after that. Like, you know, this shit go down in the parking lot of NXT.
Yeah, the motherfuckers was like, I was honestly surprised to see such emotion and rage from Humberto. I just never seen that from Dimples before, bruh.
Hey man, he going down there to add them layers, man. # layers.
You feel me? He saw what NXT did for Mandy, bruh.
Hey, it was going great for Mandy.
I think a lot of people should be seeing what NXT did for Mandy, bruh. Finn too, but most importantly Mandy, because people was not expecting her to get that level of success that she did when she was down there.
It was like 400-day reign.
Yeah, she was what is it? She was almost she was close to being an Oscars reign. I was just like, y'all niggas wilding. Well, she was probably like 200 days off, but niggas is wilding, yo.
To get in close proximity, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of like Mandy Rose.
Who would have thunk it?
Fucking nuts, bro. But I'm very curious to see where Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee go after this. They defended their the honor of their Latina friends. I'm curious where they go from here because he has I'm not saying he has to defend that belt all the time, but I don't know. He needs some challengers. Great American Bash is coming up soon. Start them up with challenges, brother, because that shit ain't happening with Wes Lee no more.
Nah, right. It's no more that. That deal is broken.
Yeah, and then Los Lotharios, y'all fucking figure that shit out. I should have put this in quick hits, honestly, but Roxanne and Blair Davenport, they have like a sit down interview thing. As normal, the heels just run down Roxanne.
I mean, it happens. It happens, whether physically or verbally.
Yeah, and then Roxanne is just like, fuck this. And then walks off. I thought they were gonna pull the Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar shit where they were having to sit down interview, and then Samoa Joe went to go find that nigga. That's what I thought it was gonna be. I thought Roxanne was gonna be like, man, fuck this talking shit. I'm gonna see you in fucking in San Antonio. What?
Don't forget Anonymous showing that wild fit that Book had. You gotta have that dog in you. You got to have that dog in you.
I love that Booker T is so involved in Roxanne's like story.
You know, she came from me. I gotta keep looking out for her.
I love it. I love that thing so much. Like, it's just like it's something that's widely known, and WWE is not shying away from it. So like, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
But Booker T's fit.
Oh my God.
Prime example why I do not rock blue jeans, bruh.
That just was a crazy fit, man. I got plenty of blue jeans, but that was a crazy fit.
The button-up shirt with the vest, the jeans.
I'm telling you, it's the top that's just throwing everything out of whack, man. And it doesn't mix with the bottom. It's like, oh, come on, fam.
Yeah, I get like
Book.
On what is it? On main roster, they always does Wade Barrett wear suits?
Yeah, he does, right?
I don't know. I can't. When I close my eyes, I don't see him in it.
He's wearing a suit. But I feel like he's wearing a suit though.
I don't know, but yeah, it's just like NXT is very casual. Like Vic Joseph, he was wearing sometimes he was wearing a suit. I don't know. But yeah, NXT is very casual. Enough pondering just to say that. Vic needs to, I mean, Booker T needs to just get a t-shirt, a cardigan, and then you can rock the bottom half of that outfit, bro, because shit was conflicting.
Ridiculous. That was a ridiculous fit, Book.
Yeah. Like I said, Blair Davenport runs down Roxanne. She says, man, I'm gonna beat your ass at Great American Bash. Your family and friends gonna be there. That shit gonna be crazy, bro. You're gonna fucking lose and cry like a pussy. And Roxanne say, yeah, fuck you, and it just walks off. I do love when Roxanne gets fired up, but I'm gonna need her to start holding her own on that microphone.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, it's all, I'm not gonna say all signs, but she should be able to pull off the W at Great American Bash. But you obviously want to be able to hold your own, you know, on the mic, because it's kind of important if you want to go on the main roster.
Mm-hmm. Like I think Roxanne, she's good at cutting that babyface promo, but with like when there's confrontation,
yeah,
like a face-to-face promo or whatever, yeah. Like it kind of like there's not much of that babyface fire. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because what is it? I think like a few weeks ago where she was like, Blair Davenport, you know, you can sneak up behind me, but I ain't scared of you, yada yada, this and that. After some match, that energy was not here.
Right.
Where she could hear you. You feel me? So I'm gonna need Roxanne to work on that a little bit. But the big segment, Demon Home, pussy. Demon Home.
The Don back. The Don
back, bro. Tony D'Angelo free, bro. The plan, the small vignette, the plan that they devised to fool Gallus. Crazy how.
Shout out Stacks, man. Stacks, the man with the.
Oh yeah, he came up with the whole shit.
Oh, shout out Stacks, man. Stacks out there, yo. A real underboss is a mastermind.
Yeah,
Gotta keep the ball sharp on his toes, and that's what Stacks did.
I do like that a lot. I like that it was purely his idea, and then Tony D'Angelo was just like, "I'm gonna trust you," because it doesn't make Tony D'Angelo seem like this mastermind, and then Sax is just following orders.
Mhm.
Like he really proved his worth right there. Like he was already like a made man, but he showed why he's like that underboss. You feel me? So I really did like that part. Hook, line, and sinker. He got Gallus nasty, boy.
Man, Joe Coffey looking stupid out here.
Oh, looking stupider
Yeah, boy,
than
here we go.
usual.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then they have the in-ring segment. Mad Uncles, two honeys.
Family affair. The family is here.
Who are these old men, bro?
The Angelo family. This is the other bloodline. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about.
I hope I'm gonna check his Instagram and see if that's like his family. I'm gonna check that later. But I'm gonna see if that's like his family. Because
I think these are just good people of Orlando, Florida, but
the good Italian.
You know what I'm saying? The contender that moved from New York years ago.
Yeah, it's either the calling listing said, "Hey, if you're a 40+-year-old Cuban or Italian, we want you."
That's amazing, man. I mean, I just feel like they're from Orlando. Something tells me.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm pretty sure the two nice young ladies, they're probably just PC recruits.
Right.
I'm positive.
They're probably probably like next in line or something like that.
Mm-hmm. One of those two did gymnastics. I just know it, bro.
That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
According to Miss Generation of Jade.
That's salty ass tweet.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever, bro. But Gallus comes out. They talking shit. Oh, you all smarter than me, blah blah, this and that, yada yada. And then they get into that ring. He pulls out a fucking Fisher Price bat, small as shit, threaten them with it. And then all the Italians just like, all right, you don't want to do that. And then they all pulled out the Italian weapon of choice, a crowbar.
Don't play.
All crowbars.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody had them things on them.
No knives. All crowbars.
They said, "Hold on, man. We'll straighten something out right now."
And that's exactly what they did. They beat the shit out of Gallus, and then they threw out the challenge. Yeah, they threw out the challenge. Great American Bash, D'Angelo family versus Gallus. I'm very excited for this match.
Yes,
I need a stipulation.
Damn, what can you put on there? I mean,
I'd be cool with just a street fight.
Yeah.
Like crowbars, that wiffle ball bat that motherfucker had, all that. Bring it all out, bro. Yeah, I just need violence.
The Dom NXT is back. I'm happy to see Tony D.
Yes, and saying that he's most likely going to get crowned at Great American Bash. I cannot wait for that. Yeah. And then I will successfully say that NXT 2.0 War Games team, they all made it.
Now, who was on that team?
Grayson Waller.
Yep.
Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo Hayes, Tony D'Angelo.
LA Knight?
No, LA Knight was on the other team.
Oh, okay.
The other team, I believe it was Johnny Gargano, Ciampa, Pete Dunne, LA Knight.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It wasn't a 5v5 War Games. It wasn't a 5v5 War Games.
Got it.
So, yeah, the four of, kind of like the four faces of NXT 2.0 for, the men's division at least.
Mm-hmm.
Crowned. They're here. I absolutely can't wait for it.
2.0 has worked. I mean, people can say what they want because it's such a departure from Black and Gold, but it actually worked.
Oh, absolutely. It works beautifully. I don't see any I don't see anybody that was part of 2.0 that got called up and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Like that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. And I mean, and Black and Gold had too many ground runners. You know what I mean? Too many people like, I love it down here.
Yeah, and now they're on the main roster and they're loving it.
Yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa said, no, I never want to go to the main roster. I'm cool here because of my health and, some other shit. Now he's on main roster, says, I feel better than ever.
Of course.
You just gotta give it a try, fellas. Just give it a try.
I mean, you got Adam Cole doing vignettes at the Kowloon in Boston. Like, this is what he was running from? He was running from the ground.
Like, you just have to give it a go. And I love Seth Rollins just being like, man, it broke my heart to hear how pussy these niggas was being. And I was just like, shit, talk to him.
Man, right.
I saw some people was just like, well, I don't blame them, blah, 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 this and that. And I was just like, you would have got paid so much just to try.
Handsomely.
Just to try. Worst case scenario, you on main event for 7 months. You on
in the bag.
Yeah, you on the main card of the show. You curtain jerking. But at least you on Raw or SmackDown.
Great consolation prize if you ask me.
You feel me? Just give it a go, man. Niggas ain't got no drive, man. Next, Chase U, Tia Hale. She beats Elektra Lopez, and it was a squash. And if you want to talk about people that are probably not working with 2.0, I'm definitely saying Elektra Lopez, bro. It's not working out.
It's not happening. It's not happening. Shout out Lola Vice though.
Yeah. I need Elektra Lopez to work so Lola Vice works.
Exactly.
Because no way you have Lola Vice join her 2 weeks ago, radio silent for a while, have this match, and then, Elektra Lopez getting jobbed out like this.
Right.
I need them to ramp it up a little bit. You feel me?
It was on that 10-hour energy as usual. 20-hour energy.
She's just full of life, bruh. That's all it is. That's that youth, bruh. But yeah, she put on that Kimura lock that she learned from Gulak and Boys.
Good night.
Tapped out Lopez, and then she said, you know what, Tiffany Stratton, I want a rematch. Let's Big fucking Tiff. Go.
Called out Big Tiff.
Yeah. Tiffany Stratton comes out, says, bitch, you don't call no shots. And I said, talk to him. You don't call no shots, yada yada, this and that. You don't get to make matches. I was just like, all right, whatever. Fuck it. Puts Tiffany Stratton in the Kimura.
Man, give me what I want energy. Just give me what I want.
Real Brock Lesnar style said, I'm gonna get this title match whether you like it or not.
Like, seriously.
And of course, it's been announced. Thea Hale also wanted it to be a submission match, and I thought that was very interesting, because Tiffany Stratton doesn't have that in her arsenal. I feel like she pulled like some stuff every now and then, but like she doesn't have like a defining submission move.
Is this where Tiff like breaks down like a half crab at the Great American Bash or something?
I'm expecting Muda Lock for sure.
Okay.
I actually think she might have did that against her match with Lyra Valkyria. I will have to watch that back. But I'm expecting a Muda Lock for sure. Or Stretch 'em Muffler. Who fucking knows? Those are my two favorite submissions. So I'm hoping she brings it out. But what I think is going to be interesting is that Thea Hale loves to spam that Kimura lock. It was taught to her by Drew Lack and Charles Dempsey, but they just got ran down by Chase U. How do you get revenge? Tell Tiffany how to get out of it. Just pull. I don't know why they didn't do that vignette on the show, because the pay-per-view is very close. They just need Drew Gulak and Charles Dempsey to just pull up on Tiffany and said, we saw what happened out there. We could help you. And Tiffany could just be like, I don't really need your help. I'm the champion, blah, blah, this and that. But, just have them work together anyway. I think that's how you really get the shit over. And then that could spark another Chase U food or whatever, and then just take Tiffany away from it so she could do something else.
Right.
Because I didn't think Thea Hale would be getting 2 matches for real.
Thea Hale turned, man.
Also, Chase U was already over, but I'm very surprised that Thea Hale is like working.
Yo, she got a big pop.
Yeah. They spoke about it on the A Show. Shout out to A Show doing their 300th episode.
Yes, sir.
But they talked about people, like how many people are over in the E right now.
Oh, yeah. They just had Raw, 3-hour show, 12 quarter hours, no jabronis. That's
absolutely
not
amazing.
Feat. That's not an easy feat at all.
And like the only nigga that's not working is Austin Theory.
And he on Fox. So like it's almost like you would rather him be on Fox where all right, he may have a weak quarter hour, but this is the show with the bloodline. It's like, all right.
Oh, yeah, you can sacrifice that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can sacrifice him.
Bloodline will compensate for anything that he's not doing. But Bloodline is closing. But I'm sure they could extend the story. But the Bloodline is coming to a close. I got to do something about that nigga. Hopefully he lose that shit soon. But
I feel like it's going to happen.
I know this is Full Sail or the PC crowd or whatever, but a lot of people are working.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And then speaking of working, main event, we got Wes Lee versus Dirty Dom.
The dirty one.
The match was definitely sloppy in places because I'm not sure which nigga is fucking calling this match for real. Who's the general for real?
Jesus. We saw what went viral. It was like, leave it alone. I know. They were the safety patrol. Where's the safety patrol now?
It was the tweet that I saw was just like, what you call this move? Hey, that was nasty. I don't know what compelled him to do that, but he just drops Wes Lee on his fucking dome.
Damn.
That shit looked bad. But I thought the match was okay for the most part. I'm glad that Dom is in NXT having a match. Like I wanted him to go to NXT and have some matches since Elgato del Fantasma was like doing shit,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't necessarily want him to join it. I just wanted them to interact and like possibly have a couple matches because I feel like, he needed them reps, but he got a lot of reps from the main roster and he just did a lot of good. They did a lot of good. There was some bad, but he did a lot of good shit with Wes Lee.
Yeah. And also this just furthers the Judgment Day story. And I know people hate that. Well, Wes Lee was one of the best champions ever. I mean, he was great in his role. I liked Wes Lee as champion more and as North American champion more than Carmelo at times. But you know what I'm saying? But the story has to get further along. You know what I mean? You can't be NA champ forever. So the Judgment Day everybody having something. Of course, Rhea being women's world champion. Now Dom is NA champion, Senior Money in the Bank, and Finn. You know what I mean? It's just that's the story right now. It's like, oh shit, well, everybody got something going on. What's up? You better do this shit at SummerSlam, bro.
Yeah. This is where I think that like me not, not really being a wrestling fan from like since birth or whatever, since childhood or whatever. Like I look at it very objectively. Like when he lost, my immediate thought was, oh, I was just thinking about story stuff. Like what they could do next with this loss. Like I didn't see this loss for Wes Lee as like a doom and gloom sort of situation. I was just like, get Dom is main roster. This brings the opportunity for Wes Lee to go up and see what that landscape is like. On Raw or whatever the fuck show Judgment Day's on. They could do that. Where does the story go with him and Ali? Ali doesn't have to turn heel here now that they have a heel for the match. And Dom, and I don't see Dom holding it long. Honestly, he might lose at a Great American Bash.
Yeah, it's a good prop for Dom to have right now. I'm not mad at Dom being North American champ.
Yeah.
And he turns up the Great American Bash. I think J5 had said in the Discord, like, yo, this is going to be a lot more turnt than having Ali versus Wes Lee.
Oh, definitely. I was already not really fucking with it because I was asking the question, like, who's turning heel here? Also, why is Ali turning heel here? Why is Ali like so slimy here? Like that's not really needed because it wasn't working on the main roster with him and Ziggler.
No, it wasn't.
So I feel like they need to come together. Also, damn, where's Tyler Bate?
Yeah, where's our boy Tyler Bate, man?
Yeah, Tyler Bate should have been out there trying to help a motherfucker, and then we probably could have got then we could have probably got a match against him and Damian Priest or him and Finn or some shit, you know?
Where's our boy, man?
But yeah, this match is like it's not amazing. It's okay. It's serviceable. It did what it needs to do. Dom wins. Greatest North American champion by far. Like this is a cool place to close it. And then if he becomes 2-time, even better.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna weep too much for Wes Lee. Like he did amazing stuff. Like I don't see him necessarily going for the NXT title, seeing that like there's just way too many faces here. But he's good, man. He's good. I think he's in a good spot.
Yeah, no, he'll be fine.
Yeah, there's no need for the doom and gloom.
No.
Okay. Quick hits. Oof. We got Kiana James defeating Gigi Dolan.
Gosh.
Gigi Dolan? We're done. We're done.
We're food done when Gigi Dolan gets in the ring.
Yeah, food done, bro. I'm closing it, bro.
Yeah, it's over. Then when Toxic Attraction was a wrap, it's a wrap.
Nah, well, honestly, that's when we should have called it, honestly. But I was like, let's give it to the benefit of the doubt. Then her and JC Jane just had 3 stinkers in a row.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, let's see what happens when y'all get away from each other. I like Kiana James a lot. I think she's a fantastic worker, and she's making me not like Kiana James.
I fuck with the 401k.
Oh, hard move.
You know what I'm saying? Hard move, hard name, like the 401k.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm just not rocking with Gigi Dolan, bro. They need to put her on a treadmill or some shit. Like let's start working on some speed. You feel me? Let's work on that movement.
A little start and stoppage in the ring there.
Yeah, and honestly, if you're gonna be at that pace, I'm gonna need you to be some World of Sport type motherfucker. Roll around in the canvas type shit. You feel me? Where you don't need to run. You feel me? And I don't think we're gonna get that out of her.
We're not getting a ring general out of Gigi Dolan, though.
Yeah, we not getting no what is it? Put him to the mat. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We're not getting no William Regal out of her. So she just needs to just kick it up one step, like just a little quicker,
Somebody please explain to me what this Bronco Neiman Lucian Price is. Like, what is this?
I'm gonna see what happens with this them aligning with scripts.
Yeah,
because who is Axiom gonna team up with for his crew? I feel like it's gonna be Nathan Frazier and Dragon Lee, but if it's not them, then who the fuck is it gonna be?
I don't know. Besides them.
Meals asked in the Discord our general impressions of them so far. Their debut match was more angle than match. Yeah. So I don't want to really judge them off that.
Right.
But that backstage interview that they had, I don't like it. Because the one nigga with the grills, he don't know how to close his mouth. And I hate niggas like you.
It's a lot of people in NXT that have that problem though. So
hey, chill out. But I hate you, bro. Just because you have a grill, you could close your mouth. Be normal. Act like you had a grill before, bro.
They look like some cats fresh out of 2007. I ain't gonna lie, man. They need some time for me, man.
Yeah, I think they got potential. They have like a wildly energy to them, similar to like what the Creeds had. Mm-hmm. Creeds were just a lot more. They were more technical with it. I see like a more wilder style from these two. I'm more of like an Authors of Pain type situation with them. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. But nigga, act normal, bro. Close your fucking mouth, man.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Shit reminds me of like when 50 used to have a grill, and when he talked, like his mouth, his teeth, like his teeth are still together, but he talking.
It's ridiculous.
Please fucking stop, bro. Also like BG.
Oh yes. Listen, there's a laundry list of rappers who had grills who shouldn't have had grills. Like their dentist should have, warned them against it.
Yeah, and just didn't know how to close their fucking or didn't want to open their mouth when they talked.
Grills
That show's so-
protruding, like
I
y'all
get
look
it,
like
bro.
consequence. Like, stop it. All right, let's move. All right.
That show's ridiculous, bro. But yeah, Scripps is now with these two. We gonna see what happens.
He said, I'm going back to me. I'm doing me.
Yeah, he said, I'm going back to the streets, hood nigga shit.
STL shit.
And my thing is, ask him, you probably should have been nicer to him, bro. Then he wouldn't have to jump your ass. He was talking to Scripps crazy, bro.
Axiom, man. I'll dig Axiom's interest, man. I feel like there's like a 12-year-old who thinks it's the coolest thing ever.
Oh, absolutely. He's definitely, hey man. If he's one of my favorite wrestlers, he's definitely some just favorite wrestler.
You know what I'm saying? There's somebody who's like, wow, how did he do that when he walks out?
when he get a snap from the kitchen, he doing a slow walk.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, that shit fire, dog. Oro Mensah and Eddie Thorpe have a match. I'm not rocking with the match, but what I am rocking with is a taxidermy, bruh.
Taxidermy.
The weekend at Darms, bruh. Him not saying a damn word, still like, dog, how are you not cracking up, bruh?
Yo, metaphor, man. The metaphor.
Metaphor staying afloat off just jokes. This is what they needed Noam Dar for.
Nah, for real. Noam Dar is like, yo, I fucks with niggas too.
Oh, he an ally.
Yeah, nah, he rock with us. He rock with us all day and tomorrow.
He
fucking with that Matt Tan.
Oh yeah. I'm curious where Eddie Thorpe goes from here.
Right.
But I'm rocking with Metaphor. I'm cool with them just jobbing, or well, they won this match, but I'm cool with just them just being around, just being hilarious, bro.
I fuck with Metaphor.
Godspeed to Noam Dar, but keep up this shit as long as you can. Because I think this shit's hilarious, bro.
Right. Nah, it's working.
Yeah, it's just too fucking funny. And then the final topic, and then we can get up out of here. Baron Corbin got a twin?
What was that?
And why is twin taller, bro?
Why he in the woods?
I don't get it. What are you looking for?
Like he in the field? Like what was that?
He in the Wyatt compound. And I don't know why.
Like, yo, like I get it. Like they're finally getting him away from that Price is Right theme, and Mr. Money Baron Corbin. You know, it was with the JBL holding stacks. Like he was just with JBL at Raw 30, holding lots of money in his hands.
Yeah,
but, he did not make the WrestleMania lineup this year. He made the card the previous year.
Yeah, sadly missed out on that. But yeah, I don't guess what's going on. Like he just went back to the Lone Wolf for the Carmelo Hayes thing, and I could get not wanting to go back to that because it didn't work, but or like because he didn't win,
right? But
I cannot. I have no idea what this new character can be for him.
I mean, I think he's on a mission, in NXT to reshape his character and his career.
Mm-hmm.
How that happens, not sure yet.
Get that Mandy Rose stimulus, the Mandy Rose effect, bro.
Oh fuck.
I'm very curious to see where Corbin goes from here, what he changes to. I think what would be interesting for his character is what if he comes out his face.
Wow. It's been a while. Has Corbin ever been a face in WWE?
No, not to me.
Nah, right?
He ain't never been a face.
Not me either. Me either. So,
yeah, if he came out as a face, I think that'd be interesting. And then have him go against somebody that's always good for a loss, Dijak.
Yeah, and he's gonna be a strong match.
Yeah, and that's what I forgot to mention. The reason why Oro Mensah won is because Dijak put the boot to Eddie Thorpe's dome top. So I think they might be having a match at Great American Bash or the show before or the show after.
Yeah.
Post pay-per-view.
Yep, I can see that.
Yeah. But that is it for the War Report. thank you so much, A Plus, for coming through, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, it's great to talk to you. Love having you in the Discord, bruh. Personally, one of my favorite executive decisions to just say, you know what, let's just give him access.
It's been great, man. It's been a great time. I love real wrestle chat.
Yeah, beautiful community to be a part of, but let's get these plugs out of the way. Of course, all the plugs are in the show notes. Just click that link tree, but you can subscribe to us at Patreon, patreon.com/the A Show RNC. You can follow me, Cyrus, on Twitter at Cyrus on TWR. You can follow Plus at
A_Plus.
And you can subscribe to the A Show Network at the A Show RNC. A Show had their 300th episode. You can listen to that. I thought it was fantastic. They talked their shit. I feel I talk my shit every week, so we'll see. We'll see what happens on the 200th joint. For us, which should be happening relatively soon. I believe in, I think it's 11 or 10 weeks after I post this episode. I'm not sure. Quan will be back next week, and of course, you can follow Quan at the Comeback Spot. But yeah, that is it for us, man. See you guys next week.